5 reasons why you should be wholesaling commercial real estate. This is Ty, aka the Flip Man. Obviously, if you've been following me for a while, you see I've mixed in some commercial stuff over the years, especially recently with some of the properties and the referral fees that we're offering just for a buyer. And that's went really well, and I really appreciate you all that have been putting the effort in on doing such as that to try to make that money. But 2017, I'm going to go really harder at it. Think I've figured out a really good way besides what I've already been doing to really tackle it. And I'm going to share some of the reasons why. Now, commercial real estate is a vast arena. So, I have my little niche that I'm working on or whatever, but it's so vast in the number of the types of properties and the ways that you can do deals. So I'm going to share with you some reasons on why you should probably take a closer look at it. But before I get into that, just to do a little house cleaning, remember, you're probably here because you are aware. If you're not, I have over 200 plus videos on my YouTube channel, flipman.net. If you go there, you can access all of those videos for free to tell you everything you need to know about wholesaling houses. You may not be ready for a commercial, but wholesaling houses, I spill my guts on that. And it's for yours to take advantage of. If you're on my channel, please subscribe. I hate over the years I haven't done this. Should have a lot more subscribers than what I do, but I haven't really pushed it that hard. But when you subscribe, not only do you subscribe, make sure you turn on the notifications button for my channel. So whenever I upload new videos, you're one of the first ones to get access to it. Want a free copy of the contract that I've used for now 14 years as the date of this video to do hundreds of deals as far as houses? Just text the word contract to 313131. Text the word contract to 313131. Don't text me. Text this number. It's just like a phone number without an area code. The number 313131. Put in your message contract, hit send, and you'll receive access to the free contract that I've used and still use to this day and being used all over the country. Don't forget, you can join me live where I have a question and answer period. I have a new topic each week on Thursdays at 7 p.m. Eastern. To join my flipinars of where webinar and a seminar have had a baby and produced a flipinar. So you can register at flipinar.com. You see it here at the bottom of the screen, the bottom right, flipinar.com, to register for my live weekly training. Need access to private money? Just simply get over to privatemoneylist.net, submit your phone number. The next video, my guy Keith is going to go into great detail on how you can access and use private money to do deals if that's your thing. Real proof of funds. Most of these commercial properties that we're doing deals on right now, that we even put it on the contract, is using this particular service right here. You can use the same service for residential or for commercial. If you're going to deal with real estate agents and or brokers, you're going to need proof of funds at some point. That's the only way they're going to even take you serious or even entertain your actual offers. All right, so let's get into it. 5 reasons why you should be wholesaling commercial real estate. There are a lot of reasons, but I'm just going to break it down to some simple reasons that, mostly anyone can understand on why, hey, this is something I may can do. All right, so let's go ahead and get into reason number 1. Reason number 1, low competition. All right, compared to wholesaling houses, it's virtually no competition. I hate to use the word zero on anything, but when you compare, you can just look around on YouTube. Just compare the number of people that are offering information on wholesaling houses versus the number of people that are offering information on wholesaling commercial real estate. Now, you may see videos out there on commercial real estate, but wholesaling or flipping commercial real estate with no money down, there are going to be very, very few of those videos out there. That in itself lets you know that there's low competition and why it should be something that you should take a closer look at, whether you deal with flipthisbuilding.com or not, and what in the coaching and courses that I offer or not. That lets you know that there's very low competition when it comes to just with the amount of information that's out there on YouTube on wholesaling commercial real estate without using your own cash or credit. It's really very little information. If it is, if even very little information, of the information that they're actually putting out. So that's reason number one. Reason number two, wholesale. You can wholesale virtually. Now, obviously, people, you could do that with houses, but in my opinion, it's more difficult. And the reason that it's more difficult to wholesale houses virtually is because normally your actual seller and the buyer are going to be in the same town. Whereas with commercial real estate, that's not an issue, even if they are in the same town. It just doesn't work that way, because normally, whereas with wholesaling houses, I strongly encourage you to always, well, not always, to be more dealing with private sellers versus including a real estate agent. Whereas with commercial real estate, you don't really have a choice. That's the way most sellers and buyers deal in that world. But the great thing about commercial real estate is that everybody in the transaction is investor minded, so you can get things done because they're used to creative ways of putting deals together. Whereas with houses, you could be the only one with a creative mind of putting deals together, and that's it. So when you're trying to wholesale a house virtually, how do you keep the buyer and seller apart? Now, if you got somebody on the ground there, however that may happen, then you could possibly do it, but that could be very difficult without you being closed out of the deal. Whereas with wholesaling commercial real estate, as you see here, from your laptop in your underwear, you never visit the city. You never see the property outside of what you can see on Google Maps. You're just talking to the broker. That's it. You put the deal together. The buyer and the seller never meet in most cases. And in reality, a lot of the closings, no one's there. It's just all done by overnight and email. Overnight for signature, real signatures and email. And sometimes you don't even do that with electronic signatures now. So you can literally sit at your laptop, research, make offers, get offers accepted, promote your property, find a buyer, set up the closing, you get paid, they wire or overnight your money, boom. That's true virtual wholesaling. And obviously, the checks are bigger, which we'll get into that in a second. Reason number three, a sea of an opportunity. It somewhat goes back to virtual wholesaling. You have the entire country as your market /and/or playground. The internet, it is so powerful. It is so powerful. That's why you're watching me right now, is because of the internet. But when it comes to this stuff, and it's taken me a while to get to this point, to figure it out the way that I'm doing it now versus the way I had been doing it before, which worked, but it was a lot more difficult compared to just basically just research, a little research, making an offer, negotiating, getting them accepted with no money down. And that's part of, my secret sauce that I would probably won't put out there in great detail. I put a little of it out there, getting your offer accepted, and then obviously locating the buyer. And you guys have helped me do that beyond what I really like to do. But I know how to do it, but I prefer to share some of the money to let others get out there and do some of the leg work that I'm not willing to do. But there's a sea of opportunity out there. So anywhere in the country, small market, large market, depending on the niche that you're targeting, it really doesn't matter. And the niche that I target, which is single tenant buildings or triple net opportunities, it doesn't matter if it's in a small town or a large town. It doesn't matter. If the deal is there to be made, we can find a buyer for it. It's really that simple. So let's move to reason number 4. Reason number 4, your cash or credit won't matter. Your cash and credit won't matter because your buyer is going to supply both. As far as if there's a cash deal to be made, they'll supply it. If it's credit, a combination of cash, they will supply it. As far as the earnest money, that keeps a lot of people out of the business in itself with a $5,000, $20,000, or $50,000, sometimes even more, depending on the property and the price of the property type of deal. That keeps people out of whether they have it or not. They're afraid to put it up at risk, but there are just ways around it where you never have to put the money up. You structure your deal from the beginning. It gets accepted. Earnest money doesn't come out of the pocket. So what's stopping you besides just knowledge and actually putting the time and work into actually doing it? If your cash and credit is not stopping you, the only thing that's stopping you is 2 things. Not lack of knowledge. And then if you get the knowledge, then they're actually putting the work in to make it happen. So this is literally no money down, even better than wholesaling houses. It's no money down. And obviously, the only reason we do any of this stuff is the big fat paydays, whether it's wholesaling houses or wholesaling commercial real estate, the big fat paydays. Great thing about the wholesaling commercial, this won't be for everybody, but for most people, 1 year salary could be one deal. So it's worth the wait. If it takes you 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, even 6 months to put a deal together, even longer, it could be your whole year salary, a $30,000 check, a $75,000 check. I'll let you do the math on that. So that's why it's worth it. So just to recap all of these reasons: low competition. You can do it virtually. You have a sea of opportunity because you can target the entire country, small or large towns. Your cash or credit situation won't matter. And then obviously the big fat paydays that could be financially life-changing. So what's holding you back besides just knowledge? So if you want to know more, you want to get started, you can get over to flipthisbuilding.com. You see I actually put my actual phone number here that you can call or text me if you want to know about my courses and coaching. Again, I've given you the idea through some of my other videos that if you think you can figure it out, so be it. But if you need an actual coach with an actual step-by-step course to go along with it, and it's evolved since I've originally released the course, it's evolved since then. So you're actually getting in on it where it's a lot easier than it was before, just by eliminating a couple steps, which I may not never share that online, but my students know, the ones that are working with me on a day-to-day basis with it. So follow me on Instagram. You see my username here, flipman.net. You spell it all out, D-O-T-N-E-T, flipman.net. If you want to actually get the course on flipping vacant commercial buildings, you go to flipthisbuilding.com. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please turn on the notifications if you do. Just do a search for flipman.net. You'll see I have over 200 videos online for anyone to take advantage of on wholesaling houses. Remember, we still have this Rite Aid here that we're paying $16,500 at the date of this video. Hopefully that'll change. It won't be available. This one here, I think we may have a buyer for, and this one also I think we may have a buyer for. But until we actually have signed contracts back from buyers, they're still game. So you can take advantage of those opportunities also. But again, if you want to get into the commercial world in 2017, here's your opportunity. Flipthisbuilding.com. You can call or text me about questions on it. Don't forget, subscribe to my YouTube channel, turn on the notifications, and also follow me on Instagram. Thanks, and I'll see you on the flip side.